Hey everybody. How are you doing? Man. My voice is kind of weak a little bit. It's Saturday evening. It's 7:30 on the money. And you are watching the Joe Wentz Project TV. I am Joe. Thank you everybody who is tuning in, and thank you to the people who will watch the replay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And wow. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Oh, man. It's been a crazy week, to say the least. It's been, well, you know, plenty of people watched the video on my channel where I talked about the hospital stay overnight. And I was wanting to do a live stream that evening to discuss it. I just didn't have it in me, and I actually feel pretty good today. I started feeling better yesterday. Yesterday was the first full day. I was able to stay up all day, you know, without having to take pain meds or whatever. So that was nice. And then today, it seems like every couple of days, you have these little steps of improvement, which is awesome. You know, it's great. Which is remarkable to only had, you know, my surgery was last Friday on the German butcher's birthday. I'm sure he's in here. We'll take roll call in just 1 second. But that's when I had the surgery, as you already know. And so it's amazing how they can do things, technology, you know, surgeries and all. They did mine, what's it called, lithotripsy. But I have, like I said, I have like 7 holes in my front area here, and it's not a pretty sight. It's still got a lot of healing to do. My goodness, we got the chat is rolling. Let's see if we can get some people named off here. Take some roll call real quick. Thank you to everybody who was here. I hope we get more in. Dogpo was first one here. The Falcrow, hey man. Terry Himes, Ed B. Metal, there he is, Ralph the German Butcher. Let's see who else we got here. PJ Kobe, hey man, how are you? There he is, Mr. Louis himself, Electric Gypsy Blues. Dog, I said he was the first one, right? Okay. R2R3 Lockingnut, what's up, man? How are you doing? Let's see. We got Lars Guitars. Hey, Lars. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for being here. Mr. Dave Randalls. Hey, Mr. Randalls. How are you, sir? And Han36 Solo, man. How are you doing? And let's see, Half Face. Hey, how are you, man? Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's amazing. I wanted to do this live stream to send a huge thank you to everybody who came together on my behalf and my family. I tell you what happened, Miss Janice. Hey, Miss Janice, how are you? She says, I'm only halfway through last night's stream. that was a long show, but it was great. It was I'll get into that in just a second. But I'll get into it right now is what I meant to say. And you probably hear the fan turning up here if you hear that. Sorry. 2 and 3 chord jams. Don, hey man, how are you? Thank you, sir, for saying hello, man. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Okay, let's see. Last night we were laying down, my wife and I. Now, I knew that Dave and R2 were going to do a stream. I was under the impression it was mainly a tribute thing or whatever, I had no clue what was about to transpire when it come to donations, the video shout outs, the kind comments, all the hearts and the horns and the guitars, guitar, you know what I mean, the emojis and all that stuff. And a huge thank you to Dave Stafford and R2R3, because doing a show, man, and coming together with stuff, it's not easy. There's a lot of things to run, there's a lot going on, and for those two to come together on my behalf, I was shocked. I was just totally floored. And the German Butcher, he was on the show too. Thank you to Ralph. Huge thank you to him as well for taking the time to stay up and to get in there and say some kind words. That was really, really, I appreciate it, brother. That was really nice, man. Thank you. But I was laying there. I was actually on my phone at first, and I got the notification for Dave's show, and I said, man, wait a minute. I said, oh, so this is really going down, and then Quentin James, hey, man, how are you doing, sir? How are you? And so my wife was getting ready to go to sleep, and I told her, I said, the guys are doing a show, a little tribute thing or whatever you want to call it. She had done took her glasses off. She was done late now. She said, do what now? So she kind of leaned her head up and she put her glasses on and was looking at the TV, and it was the Guitar Hack. Hey, man, how are you? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Dry Heat 480. Haven't seen you in a long time, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And so I told my wife, I said, this is coming on. And so I turned it on our smart TV in the bedroom, and the show started. And it was the intro that was really cool. That was a lot of fun to do. When we come up, all three of us come up with that. I guess it's over a year ago. I don't know. It's been quite a while. But that was a lot. It brought back some great memories, man. And I need to do some shows with these guys some more while I have the time. If Dave and R2 will have me, I would love to be on a few shows with them. Because I'm not going back to work just anytime soon. I mean, eventually I will, and I'll be very grateful to get back to work, get back to a bit of normalcy. But anyway, so the show started, and we were watching, and right from the get-go, man, it was just like boom, 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 and all of a sudden people are donating, and Dave had a PayPal set up, and I'm sitting there with just the dog people robbing shoot, Yep, and people were donating, and Dave's calling out people that donated, and a big shout out, thank you to Metalhead Hippies channel as well, Jeff. Thank you so much, man, for raising money on your channel as well. I can't thank y'all enough. I was just overwhelmed. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. I mean, I was just like, what is happening here? And everybody had such kind things to say, and the donations. And Dave called me. He sent me a message. He sent me a WhatsApp message and told me what was going on. He was asking me how to, we were discussing PayPal, how to do that stuff. And I said, well, this is how you would do it. And all of a sudden, my phone goes, ding, ding. You have a deposit in your PayPal. And I said, I looked, and I was like, oh, my God. And then that was from Dave and R2's show last night. And later on this evening, I guess it's 2.5 hours ago, I get another notification. I go, ting, ting, you have a deposit. And I look, I said, Are you kidding me? So I was just blown away at people's kindness, and it was just thank you to everybody who took the time to donate, man. I mean, I wasn't expecting that at all, not at all. And But I will say, man, it is very, very, very thankful, very thankful. And my wife wanted me to be sure to let everybody know she is very, very thankful as well. She said, "You be sure and you tell them that." And so there you go. And so we set up and watched the whole show, Stafford's music studios show, and it went off, and I was just in disbelief. Honestly, I was just in disbelief. I couldn't. I could not believe it, and so. So yeah, it was just awesome. Yeah, the dog says Jeff rocks. That's Metalhead Hippie. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Hippie. Thank you so much if you watch this, man. Electric Gypsy Blues with the emojis, man. PJ Kobe in the house. He says great community here. Absolutely, man. There is no doubt in that at all. The Dogpa. He says we are stronger together. Yes. Yes, and I'm living proof of that. Oh, my God. Great community here, Quentin says. Mr. Guitar Hack, he says, this was great to see everyone supporting you, Joe. This is a great community. Yes, sir, I agree, man. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm just stumped, man. I mean, nobody has ever done anything like that for me and my family. I mean, I haven't even had a chance to meet you folks face to face, man. It's just through a computer screen, and it's just, you're just so kind, man. I love all of you, man. I really do. It was just, it's crazy. It's just like, my God, man. So yeah, we watched the show, and like I said, my wife and I were both just in shock. And it's like, wow, man. Well, I woke up this morning. The past 2 nights I've had a hard time sleeping, and I think I haven't taken any painkillers in 4 days. Because, man, I've seen people get hooked on that stuff, and something awful. And you've heard, I'm sure everybody's heard stories of somebody. Thank you, Guitar Hat, man. So are you, sir. Thank you so much. You're very kind, man. Thank you. Yeah, and when I first got home from the hospital, they, had a few different types of pain medication. And Quentin, you crazy. And for a while, it was like, it wasn't like my body was immune to it or something. But I think what it was is, I'm assuming, because I was trying to stay ahead of the pain. And because that night in the hospital, the pain got ahead of me big time. And it was, so I couldn't wait to get home so I could try to get in front of the pain. So I was taking stuff probably a little more than I should have. But when you're hurting, and you'll do just about anything to stop from hurting, just being honest, so it got to where I was taking some, a couple of things, and I took something else, another pill. You're supposed to wait so long, and I was like, well, it's been 2 hours. But it would knock me out. I would, because it was like, okay, you going to lay here and hurt and deal with this, or do you want to sleep? Okay, I'd rather just sleep, and hopefully when I wake up, maybe it won't be so bad. And then I'd wake up, and for whatever reason, I was having these really bad cold spells where I was just felt like I was freezing to death. And in the house, I look at the thermostat, it's 72 degrees, 71 degrees, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, And I'm just like, ugh. And then you got to go to the facility, and you're like, oh, so lay down, take something else, and I was just thinking to myself, when I start feeling the slightest bit better, I'm not touching these because I'm just not doing it, and so I didn't, and so it's I've seen people get on stuff, man, and they it's a sad thing, Let's see, Don, he says medical THC for best sleep possible. Wow, I should get me some of that, man. I figured, I do have a prescription sleep medication from my doctor, but I think, I'm not a physician, I'm not a professional in any of this. I'm assuming going from something really, really strong, like pain meds, down to sleep meds, which is not as strong. So now it's like, I think my body is I guess, detoxing from the pain meds. In the past couple of nights, I ain't been able to sleep. Man, my legs get really restless. I think that comes a lot from driving, because I've done that practically my whole life, and sitting down, but yeah, it's I took my sleep meds, and I laid there, and the next thing I know, it's 5 a.m., and I'm like, my God, and I finally fell asleep, and I woke up at like 10:15, so I had just a little over 5 hours, so I felt okay. Fruitcake Tony, hey man, how are you? Let's give Tony, thank you very much for the shout out on Stafford's Music Studio, man. Thank you so much. That was so nice, man. So nice. Thank you. 2 and 3 chord jams. Don, he did a shout out. Mr. Bruce did a shout out. I know I'm going to forget. Quentin did a shout out. Mr. Mitch Heyman did a shout out. Video shout outs is what I'm referring to. I can't remember the rest, man. I'm so sorry. I can't remember, but everybody, that was just, I was like, the video shout outs were really special too. It's it was just really cool. All the stuff that Dave and R2 put together for that show last night was really special, man. Really special. Prescription Larry, R2 says, yeah, hey man, it's not a bad idea. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but my job wouldn't let me do that, man. They drug screen us like crazy, driving commercial vehicles, tractor trailers. Guitar Hack, it's good you think that way about pain pills, Joe. They can trap you. Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Like I said, I've seen people go, they lost everything, and it was because of a surgery, and they needed they needed the pills, but I guess apparently they didn't know how to get off of them, and that's sad, because it's you have to know when to stop it. I got a job to go back to, man. I gotta, I'm sitting here not making any money, and I'm itching to go back now, but there's no way they're gonna let me go back to work this early. There's no way. They're talking, probably till Thanksgiving or something. I guess it all depends on what my doctor settles on. I don't know. It's just it's crazy, but hey, Johnny Bean, what's going on, man? How are you doing, sir? Hey, let's give old Johnny a round of applause. Thank you, man. He says I hope you're doing okay. Yes, sir. I'm doing. Today's the really the second good day I've had, and I was saying earlier that it seems like every 2 or 3 days it gets a little better, and I'm just like, thank you, Lord. Yes, absolutely, Mr. Don. 2 and 3 chord jams. Dave and R2 rocked the house last night. A lot of love, buddy. You deserve it. Thank you very much, Don. That was very kind. Thank you. let's see, Mr. Randall Fisher, how are you, man? He sent me a few text messages today, man, telling me about his ordeal when he was going through some kidney issues. He says, Mr. Joe, sorry to blow your phone up. Brother, just wanted to know that you're not alone. Anytime you want to talk, I'm here. Thank you, man. Dave and R2 did an awesome show. Get well, my friend. Thank you, Mr. Fisher, man. Thank you very much. It's very kind. Thank you, man. Mr. Fisher, super kind person. Thank you very much. Mr. Quentin James, is my job safe? Yes. I had to sign up for FMLA, which that protects your job, so my job is safe. Yeah, that's not an issue at all. All that's been taken care of. It's just I'm not one to sit around, man. You know, I've always used to work. You know what I'm saying? Working and because I'm I got to bring home the bacon, so to speak, right? And so I'm trying to multitask here, and you can see I'm not good at it. I'm sorry, but yeah, my job is I'm good. I've actually, to tell you the truth, the one person who has called me from work is my manager. Now, I have 4 managers, but then you have one who's the top dog. He's the one that's called me to check on me. He's called twice. He called right before my surgery, and he called me a few days after. And I haven't heard from the other managers, which that's not a big deal, but it kind of puts things in perspective, you know? It kind of, look what everybody in the community did last night for me and my wife, you know? And one manager calls from, my main supervisor calls from work just to see how I'm doing. And, isn't that something? That's great that he called. I'm not saying nothing bad. I don't expect anything from anybody, but it's just amazing how it puts things in perspective. Some people think, they just don't think it's a big deal, I guess. And rightfully so. I mean, everybody's dealing with their own issues, I'm not special. But it's just, when you're talking about management, you would think they would say, let's check on our employee and see how he's doing and see what's going on. But, maybe he passed the word around. Roadie's Jam Cave, what is going on, sir? How are you doing? How are you, sir? Let's give him a round of applause. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I probably have. Thank you very much. So no pain meds, and like I said, in like 4 days, and I haven't needed them. The pain is subsided a lot, which is great. The one thing I was really worried about was, I remember, this might sound silly, but everybody in here in this chat is a musician, basically. Basically, everybody in here either plays guitar, bass, drums, or all three. You love music, you love to play music. And I think we all have that common denominator. And so I would come in here. This was like, I don't know, a couple days after surgery, and I wanted to try to play, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't play even before surgery. I couldn't. I was hurting so bad. I couldn't do anything, and I thought to myself, please, man, at least let me play. At least let me play some music. That's all I got. I mean, besides my wonderful wife, I'm talking about as far as staying sane. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can handle being bedridden for a little bit, and maybe hard to move around a little, but please let me still be able to play. And for a little while there, I couldn't. I couldn't. And that's a scary feeling. It was for me. It was for me. And hey, there's my buddy Ron. Ron Pepper is in the house, man. What's going on? He said he made it. Thank you, Ron. He was kind enough to send me some pictures. He went to the Steve Vai Academy recently. It was in Vegas. And wow, that had to be awesome, man, to see Steve Vai jam, and you get to jam with Steve Vai, and he even got a Steve Vai gym model autographed and from Steve Vai, and Steve Vai put some artwork on the front, and I was like, my God, that is definitely on my bucket list to do. I would love to. I'd be scared to death to jam with Steve Vai, but I would get up there and do it. I would do it. I'd be scared, but I'd do it. I mean, paying all that money to go do that, hell yeah, I'll get up there and jam. Hell yeah. It's the only time it's going to happen in my life. Why not go for it, And hopefully somebody could film it. Hey, man, will you use my phone to film this? Don, 2 and 3 chord jams, man. He says, Joe, get the creative juices flowing, and when your belly can stand it, write a tune, instrumental, of course. That's fantastic. I do need to do that, man. What's really crazy is I have a bunch of videos stockpiled on my channel that I recorded before I went out for surgery. And I have a bunch. I started another playlist called Jamming With, and it's called, or the Jam With series, and I just play different songs that I really like. Oh, Gary Hubbs, hey man, how are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So I got a lot of videos that are just sitting on my channel on idle, that are unlisted, because I did that because I didn't know how long I was going to be incapacitated. And I thought, well, if I have some videos I can release, it'll keep the channel active. Not that it really matters, but it would it would keep some kind of content flowing. But as y'all know, everybody here who has a YouTube channel, if you put out content on a semi-regular basis, if you stop doing that, if it's for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, people are going to leave, and that's it. That is scary, not being able to play Guitar Access. Brother, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That was the most scared I was, because I thought, am I going to be able to play again? And then yesterday, no, I'm sorry, that's not right. Day before yesterday, I came in here and I played, and just trying to mess around, and man, it was rusty. It was rusty. But I came in here today and I played. It was rusty, but then after about 40 minutes, I could feel it starting to come back around, and you start to kind of settle back into where everything starts to get coordination back, if I can speak, and it gets a little smoother. And I was like, oh, thank you, thank you, Lord. But yeah, Ron Pepper, he said the Steve Vai Academy was fun. I can only imagine. And when you sent me that information, Ron, I really started to look that up a lot on YouTube, other people's videos of their trip. And there was a young man there who was actually part of the guitar performing crew, Steve Vai's crew. And he was a young dude. He was from Australia. I can't remember his name. And he was doing like these videos there. And he was shooting from the side where the audience, people that paid to be there, were sitting there. And I was looking, I said, I wonder if that's Ron. Is that Ron sitting right there on the end? I didn't know if it was or not. But I said, I wonder if that's Ron sitting there, because he was there, And people were getting up there jamming, man. And I was just like, maybe one day. Yeah, I can imagine how fun that was, man. That'd be I don't know, man. Be a dream come true, but we'll see. Electric Gypsy Blues, man. What's he got to say here? He said it's horrible. I've had 2 surgeries on my hand and arm. That was months without playing. Oh my God. Well, Electric Gypsy, thank you too, man, for the kind things you said and did on your channel. That was really nice, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's great to see you too, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, man, this is amazing. Thank y'all for being here. I'm trying to address some of this chat here. Life is great, yes, and that's something I was wanting to touch on as well. Because it just like that, man. I'm in the hospital, and you know, and thankfully I'm on the mend, right, and on a pretty good track, you know, a pretty decent rate. When I was the next morning, the day of when I was going to be released from the hospital. Now I want you to listen to this. This is talk about putting things in perspective, okay? So I'm sitting there, and I guess it's about noon or something, and my wife says, well, my doctor, one of my doctors come in there, and they examined me, and he said, you got to eat something, because I hadn't been eating, and I didn't eat, man, for like 3 or 4 days, man. I dropped 20 pounds just over a week, and I know it'll come back, you know, but it was just like, you know, I dropped 20 pounds pretty fast. And he said, you got to eat, and you got to keep it down, and I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to take blood. I'm going to check your numbers. If your blood work numbers are good, I'll let you go home. If not, you're not going anywhere. And I thought, man, I am not staying in this freaking place another night. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it was around lunchtime, and the what they call nutrition come around to the rooms, and they bring the food, and they brought some chicken pot pie and a couple of vegetables. My wife was sitting in there. She put it on the tray for me. I was sitting in like this recliner, and she cut it up for me because I couldn't. I mean, I could feed myself. I just didn't have the strength to cut it up. I mean, that's what's scary. And she said, "Do you want something from downstairs? There's a Chick-fil-A down there. Do you want to?" Because I told her I wanted a milkshake for whatever reason. I was wanting a chocolate milkshake. And she said, "Okay." So she goes downstairs to Chick-fil-A in the restaurant, area. And a few minutes later, she comes back, and talk about putting things in perspective. Again, I know there's a long-winded answer, but she said she was standing in line in Chick-fil-A to pay for. She got a milkshake, and she got me one. And the lady in front of her, I guess she was making small talk with my wife. It was an older lady. And she was there because her husband was having like his 5th or 6th surgery. He had got run over by a logging truck, and he got messed up from here all the way down the rest of his body. So they've been doing all these emergency surgeries on this man to save his life. And here I am thinking about, pissing and moaning and bitching and this and that. And that poor person is going through hell to stay alive. And so yeah, it's real easy, because I've been guilty of it. I'm sure everybody has. It's real easy to bitch about your job, to bitch about the hours, and this and that, this and that, this and that. But then when you get something happens, and you're in the hospital, or something, and it makes you think. I even told my supervisor, I said, "Man, I'm ready to come back to work. I'll come back to work. Of course, I can't, but it just really, it really makes you think. It did me, man. And my wife told me that story about that woman's husband getting run over. I said, God almighty. So it's scary. Ralph, the German Butcher, he says, let me know when you're ready to collab on another song. I'll give you a couple more days. Yeah, man. We definitely need to do that. We haven't collabed on a song in a while. Ralph's been really busy doing his own thing, which I'm really glad to see. I'm really, really glad to see. Hey, who else we got in here? I'm getting behind on this chat. Hey, Daniel Horsley. Hey, man, how are you doing? Let's give Daniel a round of applause, Daniel. Daniel Horsley, man, one of the most tasteful guitar players I've heard in this community. He's incredible. And he was awesome. He's just an awesome player, awesome person, man. It's really nice. And he let me jam with him and a buddy of his on the drums, Schreibner. And I won't ever forget, Daniel sent me the video of the riff. And Daniel, you know where I'm going if you're still watching. And the riff was cool, man. It was kind of like some pull-off to open strings and this and that. And I was watching it, and I was trying to pick it out by ear, and I was struggling. And I was like, it's not what he's doing. I'm missing something. And I struggled with that for a couple of days. Finally, I called him. No, I sent him a message. I said, Daniel, can you please send me a video on WhatsApp on what you're doing and break it down for me, please? He said, yeah. And then I was like, oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. And it was cool, man. It was because there's no way I could have come up with a riff like that. I was like, damn, that's awesome, But that's Daniel for you, man. He's excellent at that. Ron Pepper talking about the Steve Vai Academy, so we should go there next year. Oh, man. I don't see myself able to do that next year, but one I would definitely, believe me, you'll be the first one I say something to when I go, my friend. That would be awesome. Yeah, we could like split a room or whatever, save some money, I'm behind on this chat. I'm trying to get to y'all's comments. Please bear with me, please. Let's see. Miss Lawless says, been laying low on going to jams because of leg pain, and people are saying, good, take care of yourself, but going to jams is taking care of myself. Well, Miss Lala, I wish you the best. I didn't know you were having issues with your leg. I hope everything's going to be all right there. Oh my goodness, that's scary. So yeah, please be careful. You don't need to, don't do anything. Because if you're going to jams, that's usually a lot of times that's probably at night, I guess, and it's dark and it's easy to fall. So we don't need that. We don't want you to get hurt. R2R3, when I broke my picking hand, my legato in my left hand improved drastically. When did you break your picking hand, R2? Of course, that had to have been a long time ago, I would imagine. My God, man, that'd be scary. Oh, my God, that's scary. Let's see. The Dalpa says processed chemical food in the hospital. Yeah, I mean the chicken pot pie was actually good. I was so shocked at that. I was like, I can't, because told my wife, I said, I'm not eating that, and she took a small bite of it. She said, you know what, this is actually really good. She goes, you're going to be shocked. She goes, you need to eat something. And I did ate most of it, not all, and because the doctor said I had to, so I did. Daniel, okay, I'm trying to catch you up. Daniel, what is he saying? He goes, thank you, Joe, you're too kind. No, I'm just speaking the truth, man. You're an incredible guitar player. I mean, everybody is. I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Something about Daniel's playing just reached out, and I just was like, damn, that is smooth, and it's not easy to play that way. You have to really pay attention to what you're doing. it's real easy to just, whatever. And I'm guilty of that probably more than anybody. But to really just to try to be melodic, and, that's the whole trick. And Daniel was real melodic, man. He makes a statement with his notes, and that says something, Daniel has pipes too, go figure. Don says, yes, he does. He's a great singer. I mean, he's the whole package, man. He really is. The video, I'm behind on the chat. Daniel says that video came out great. The one where y'all let me jam with it. Yeah, I could have toned it down on my end, and I go back and watch that now, and I'm kind of like, what am I doing? Just some of my stuff's too loud, and I didn't realize that then. And I'm like, well, damn. And I listened to it, and I said, damn. They're gonna think I'm just trying to be too loud and cover Daniel up, and I wasn't trying to do that at all, And and I was still pretty green, no pun intended. I was really still new at video editing and putting everything together. It's a lot better now, but I was still pretty new at it then. So I'm sorry, man. And we need to do another one, and I promise you, it'll be a whole lot different. I promise. There he is, Mr. Metalhead Hippie himself. Hey, man, what is going on? A big, huge round of applause for Metalhead Hippie, man. Jeff, thank you so much for what you did on your channel for me and my family and the community over there as well. It's just unbelievable. I got the deposit 2 or 3 hours ago. Thank you so much, man. Like I said earlier, I'm speechless, man. Really. I'm just speechless and just very, very humbled, man. Totally. It's just, things like this don't happen to me, and it was really nice for people to come together and to do what they did. Oh, Jeff is on the phone. He's on his phone. He must be en route somewhere, maybe. I don't know. R2R3 Lockingnut. He says, Jeff, aka Melody Hippie, thank you for your support and all your work that you did to make everything a success. Absolutely, man. That was amazing. I was telling my wife today, and she about hit the floor, man. She about hit the floor. Golly, this chat is bumping, boy. I appreciate it very much, man. I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see. Whoa, what happened? It jumped again. The Falcro. Let's see here. Let's see if I can read this. The Falcro. Hey, man, how are you? He says, Preston Smith's music sends greetings and well wishes, Joe. He is sorry he can't be here. Well, thank you very much, Preston Smith's music. That is very kind. Thank you for passing the message along to the Falcro, and thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Very nice, man. Let's see. I'm trying to scroll down. Everybody's speaking to everybody else, which is awesome. Awesome. Everybody's communicating. That's great. Let's see. Hey, this. 2 and 3 chord jam. Don, he says, dinner time, folks. Later, I'll keep sending Joe some love. Don, thank you, man. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you for jumping in and saying hello. I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner, man. My wife made some soft tacos, so we had that, and it was good. Like I said, that 20 pound, it'll be back. It'll be back. It will be back. Yeah, it won't. He won't stay gone for long. I can tell you. The Determined Butcher. He says, "Thank you for helping my boy out, Jeff." Yeah, you ain't kidding, bro. Melody Hippie says, "Rock on, Joe. It's a community effort." Yes, I understand that. I totally get it. And I was just like, wow, those people don't even know who I am, man, and they're gonna be so kind to give like that. And I was just like, dang, it was just unbelievable. What is this? Let's see. Glad to see you up and about. Thank you, sir. Me too. I'm telling you, it is. I know there's worse situations than mine, but I just can't. You got to understand. Before I had the surgery, I was laying in the bed or on the couch. My left leg was hurting so bad. My hip. The last couple of days, I was in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair, man. I could not freaking walk. If I was in the house, I was using a walker. It was just, I was like, what is going on? And ever since my surgery, that has really lightened up a lot. I can walk. My left leg don't hurt. And it was just like, a complete, and which is great. Thank you, God. It's still a slow transition, but it's transitioning into the right direction. Yeah, it's I'm glad to be up and about too, my friend. I'm telling you. Jeff says he's sitting outside the laundromat. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool, man. Good way to pass some time here. Let's see. This thing is jumping. Hey, there's brother Jim Guidry, everybody. Hey, Jimbo. Let's give Jim a round of applause. And I'd like to thank Jim as well, man. Jim sent me kind messages every day on the phone. His son Alex sent some well wishes too. So thank you both to Jim Guidry and his son Alex. They were very kind with their wishes too. And just like clockwork, Jim sent a message every day. He said, "I hope you're doing okay, man. I'm thinking about you." That means a lot. I mean, it really does. It means a lot. So thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate everything that everybody has done. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing something. Let's see. R2 says, "Joe, this old stoner is here as well." Oh, I must have missed him. Stoner, I'm sorry, man. If I went right over you, this chat is going crazy. It keeps jumping, so I knew I was missing a few. I'm sorry. This old stoner, super nice man. Check out his channel. He does a lot of paintings, and there's no way I could do that. I never was good at drawing or painting anything. I just never could do that. Never could. Never was good at that at all. This old stoner. Another nice gentleman too, man. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up here. Let's just go down to the bottom here. Let's see. Yeah, Jimbo, that's right, man. Big fist bump. There you go, buddy. Miss Janice says she knows this old stoner from Camo Dave. Okay. Oh, that's cool. There's Mr. Randall Fisher again. All righty, man. So cool, man. So I was thinking, I'm going to ask y'all in the chat, and y'all tell me. Y'all tell me if you think this is a good idea or not. So I'm not working. So I was like, okay. So what can I do to try to get maybe a little something? So I was thinking about maybe giving some guitar lessons if anybody be interested in that. I have no idea if anybody would even care to look into that. So let me know in the chat, man. If you're interested in some lessons, let me know. We can work something out. If not, that's cool too. I would thoroughly enjoy it, and I could have some one-on-one time with a few of you maybe if you're interested. my email is it should be. I don't know if I have it in the description. My email is well. Why don't I put it here? I can type it in the chat, right? Let's see. This is my email if you're interested. And we actually have a lesson after this stream. I'm giving a lesson after this stream tonight. Actually. Whoops. Let me do that over. Sorry. Well, let's see. So I figured I don't know if anybody'd be interested in that, but we could give it a shot. Let's see. Don't mess up my compensation. No, I'm not messing that up. There's no compensation to be messed up. There's my email right there. So if you're interested, check it out. Oh no, it's not messing nothing up. I'm telling you. But yeah. So if you're interested, hit me up on my email, and we'll work something out, man. And it'd be a blast, I don't know much, I'm not a certified teacher. I can just show you some stuff that I know and some basic little things, so we'll just have to see where it goes, But I don't know, it could be fun. So let me know if you want some lessons, It'd be a way to, and I can make a few bucks on the side, and it would help with some groceries or something, But it was just an idea, We'll see how it goes. But yeah, man. So let's see. Nathan is my son. Yeah. What's up, son? There's my son. He goes, I need a lesson. Yeah, right. Yeah. He could give me lessons. Yeah. Oh, man. Crazy, son. Dolphin says, being certified can bring some baggage. I guess. I don't know. I don't think you have to be some big-time certified guitar instructor to help somebody, learn some stuff, I don't think. I mean, I've been asked if I've gave lessons before or have I thought about doing it, and I always turned it down. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, you can learn so much from YouTube now, just dialing up something and say, hey, man, how do you do such and such scale, I don't know. But it was just an idea, man, So, so if you like classic rock, 70s and 80s kind of stuff, man, that is where it's going to pretty much be. It's going to be in that area, right? Is in that realm, so, stuff like that. So, let's see. That's going to about do it for me, folks. I just wanted to get on here and say a huge thank you to everybody that with the well wishes and the hearts and everything, and Dave Stafford, R2R3 Lockingnut, Metalhead Hippie, and everybody in the community that came together for me and my family. And it just totally blew our minds, and I can't thank you enough. I really can't. And so with that, I will get out of here. I see my first student waiting in the wings right there. So let me get out of here and get busy. And thank y'all so much again. And I wish you a great night. God bless everybody. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.